What's up, guys? I'm out here in the woods right now, and the reason I'm making this video is, I guess in a way, unclear to me. Like, I don't even know why I'm making this video, but how 30 minutes ago, or before I came out into these woods, it wasn't in my mind to make a video, to talk, to share something, you know? But I came out here into these woods, and within minutes, there's just this feeling of like creation, of like wanting, like of being the creation, of being here, being a part of this and wanting to express. But I quickly came across the predicament of how I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. Like, I want to share. It's just this innate feeling of wanting to share, a desire to share. But it's a bit tricky when you don't have something in particular that you want to share. You just want to share, you know what I mean? And there's not an object to that feeling of, I'm going to share this or I'm going to share that. It's just the feeling of creativity, of like wanting to share. Who knows what that feeling is? Maybe it's creativity. Maybe it's creation itself. Whatever it is, it's why I'm sitting here making this video, you know? It's just beauty. It's just beauty and wonder. And feeling like I'm a part of it, feeling like I'm here as this thing that has this little robot and these trees and this body here that's animating itself. It's all together. It's all here, and there's this crazy exfoliation of energy going down, which is this, you know. This whole thing is this crazy dance of energy. And it's so warm. It's so warm. I'm out here just in a long sleeve and pants and hat, and I'm completely comfortable. And it's only gonna get warmer, you know? And looking around and seeing all the green sprouts, walking across the field and seeing the different species that make up the field coming back to life and germinating and sprouting. And being out here in the woods and hearing the birds, you know? Hearing all the different types of birds and animals running around and the different insects you see and stuff growing, stuff coming back to life. If you hear that sound in the background, that's my brother. He's out here working on his mountain bike trails, and right now he's leaf blowing the trails that he shaped out last year and is getting ready to clean them up and all that. But he was telling me something, because we came out here together, and probably 10-20 minutes ago or so, he was telling me, he's like, you know, I feel like with spring here, and the way he worded it, he said, this past winter, I just felt like neutral, like it was time to rest. I didn't feel happy, but I didn't feel sad either. I was just neutral, and I was just kind of in this dormant resting state. And he's talking about the onset of spring. I can almost feel the spirit waking up. Whatever he means by spirit, whatever I mean by spirit, I feel like I know what he's talking about because he's my brother, you know? But whatever we mean when we talk about the spirit, you know, or the thing waking up, nature, what are we talking about? What is this feeling of rejuvenation? I think a big part of it has not only to do with nature itself, but changing your environment, changing your set and setting. Doing something different, doing something new, doing something in a different pattern than you usually do. Going somewhere you've never gone before. Going somewhere you've gone before but in a different way. Rearrange, shake up the thing. Shake up the pattern and habits and routines. A lot of the time that's what an intense psychedelic experience is like. It's like it just jumbles up where you thought you were previously, what you were kind of confined into, self-imposed, of course, and these intense psychedelic experiences can just wake you up. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh my God, I'm here. We're here. This is here. Here it is. We're alive. I exist. Wow, I've been in a slumber. I haven't been present, you know? And yeah, I feel like just going for a walk, or like I said in the beginning, how nature does indeed play a huge role in this, because as I've shared in my past videos, and as you all very well probably know for yourselves, nature is healing. Nature is mystical. Nature actually knows. Nature actually knows. And it's because nature doesn't think it knows. It doesn't wonder and assume that it knows. But it knows. It just is. It just is what it is. And it's so absolutely black and white, crystal clear, obvious and simple. But humans, on the other hand, with our thinking minds, are everything but obvious and simple. We like to really overcomplicate things and really milk the moment for every bit of its richness and drama. We love to do that. And yeah, man, going out on a walk, doing a new activity, talking to someone new, just changing, going with the flow of nature, which is change, of a cycle, a rhythmic breathing. It can work wonders for you. Where in a way you become your own therapist. You become your own medicine. You become your own healer. You take the reins back into your hands of the life you're living. And I'm one of those guys. I'm about to bring up the old free will thing and do we make choices. I'm one of those people that feels like things are a lot more divinely destined than our minds make this out to be. Like, just to put it simply, I'm not choosing to walk. On one level, yes I am, but on another level, walking is. And in that same way, I think awakening is. I think, awakening or enlightenment or whatever you want to call it, coming to the recognition of beauty and the depth and mystery, that's a determined unfolding. You can't, I'm sitting here telling you how going out into nature is beautiful. You can't think it of, I'm gonna go out into nature and wake myself up. Maybe in some ways, but the waking up doesn't happen because of your choosing to go out into nature, to use it as a means of awakening. I don't know if that even makes sense, but the awakening of the soul is inherent in the unfolding of reality itself. You don't make yourself spiritual. You don't make yourself love yourself. You don't make yourself get better. You become spiritual. You wake up. You get better. You do start to love yourself, genuinely. realizing how beautiful you are as an existing being. We're not choosing to do all these things. On one level we're choosing this and that, but what's a mistake? What's a mistake if we're all making choices? If you've ever felt like something was meant to be, if one thing can be meant to be, I was talking to my mom about this yesterday. If one thing can be meant to be, that means that there's an underlying root or fabric that can pop up in because you're proclaiming that something meant to be, meaning everything that you've done and chosen and all that, up to the point of the one thing you think was meant to be, was also meant to be. All of that was meant to be. If there's one thing that was supposed to happen, it was all supposed to happen. Isn't it interesting how at the beginning of this video, I was starting the video because I wanted to just talk and I didn't know. I was like, should I start a video? I don't have anything to talk about. Oh God, you know? But then you just hit record, you just hit play. And the feeling of, I want to share, and not knowing what to share doesn't matter anymore. The feeling of creation, of wanting to share, suddenly finds its groove and starts to pour its energy through into these different forms. It's kind of a good example of, form and formlessness. That this energy that I feel that brings me to want to do this and that is in its seed form. It's formless. It's underlying. It's like the yin. It's like the unmanifest. But it comes to life and therefore reveals its own existence through these spontaneously rising forms, which is yang. And it comes out and it finds its root, it finds its groove to move through. And those are the forms of the universe. Isn't it weird how we, I don't know, humans are weird. How we claim property and make imaginary lines of regions and countries and states and stuff like that. Humans just like to be super organized. They like to be organized. I smell a fire, and it doesn't smell good. It smells like they're cooking something on it that maybe they shouldn't be. Yeah, humans just like to be super organized. Do these woods look organized? Now, I'm not trying to poop on humans. I'm not trying to say humans don't have it right or something. But there's just something weird about humans. There's just something weird about humans. We make a big deal out of shit. Wow, that's pretty. Crow. I'm just holding this little robot that wants to know everything about me. You want to know something crazy that I thought about? I mean, I guess it's not kind of crazy, but it was just a weird thought. But think about your phone. Think about fridges. Think about cars. Think about just really important stuff that we have in our lives. Those objects were someone's idea. Think about how important and obsessed with someone's idea we are. You know what I mean? Gotta have my phone on me. The people that created phones, are probably like, damn, dude, like, this kind of blew out of proportion. I was just trying to be helpful, you know what I mean? I was just trying to be innovative, and now my idea fucking spiraled out of control into some huge thing. You know what I mean? Look at this. I'm literally on a cliff right now. This is a gravel pit, a little ways into my woods. It's pretty cool coming out here. It's pretty crazy that a gravel pit is literally, wow, that's layers. But yeah, how a gravel pit is literally, like, they're just exploding the earth to make materials for, construction and roads and stuff like that. They're just this is just a company that explodes the earth so we have stuff to build. You know what I mean? We buy exploded earth from people. I bet you it would look cleaner over here. Look cleaner, you can see me better. Yeah, while I was out here, before I started making the video, I just started getting like memories, intense memories of walking around on the woods while I was on DMT. Like just how young I was and how I'm doing this like incredibly powerful psychedelic drug. You know what I mean? Like just how I don't know, and what it's seemed to have done or transformed about me, Yeah, DMT and psychedelics are very, very, very wild things. On one level, it's a drug experience, and you're altering the chemistry of your body. But on the experiential level of it, on another level of taking and working with psychedelics, there's something very, very, very primordial going on there. Something very far out. I don't know the right words, if there even is right words in describing those kinds of states, but just realizing the mystery of reality and the capabilities of reality, the capabilities of what states that we can bring ourselves into. Things that this little flesh suit is able to perceive, you know what I mean? Just for example, like the hallucinations of psychedelics visually alone are enough to completely enamor and blow your mind, at least my mind, just completely blow my mind. I could sit and watch, wow, that rock turned out to be bigger than I thought. I could just sit and look at this rock for hours. You know what I mean? How incredible psychedelics are in every little level. And that's kind of why, I'm intimidated by them, and I haven't done them in a while, and I revere them so much and honor them so much. And I'm, in a way, taking time to really feel out and flesh out and integrate the things that I fucking saw and felt and imagined while in psychedelic states. Taking some time of what they call integration, where you take time to let those things kind of sink in, you know? Psychedelics are a rush. Psychedelics are trippy and wild, but I don't do them to get a rush. I don't do them because they're inherently wild. I do them because, at least where I am now, I do them to learn, to be here with reality in a very, very fascinating way that just happens to kind of reside in the psychedelic state. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I was insecure for a while about how I'm not working with psychedelics. Oh, I'm just scared. Just do it again. You're just scared. And feelings of thinking I'm not adequate or cut out or courageous enough or brave enough or wise enough to be able to use psychedelics, and thinking I'm just kind of like a wimp, someone who gave up. You know what I mean? But that's bullshit. That's honestly bullshit. It's so much deeper than that. It's so much deeper than that level of analysis. I started to become more comfortable with the idea that I'm not doing psychedelics every month or even every year, you know what I mean? I used to do them quite a bit. Where, you know, LSD every other week or every other 2 weeks, DMT, you know, 1 to 2 times a week or once in 2 weeks. You know, I was tripping a lot. And as we call them in today's time, downloads. The downloads that were coming in through those experiences at the age that I wasn't aware of the shit that I was actually opening myself to, you know what I mean? It's like what Carl Jung says, beware of unearned wisdom. When you take that statement into consideration, what he's talking about is how you can wander out really far. You can wander out into, you can go wherever you want. You can see the secrets of the universe. You can see the deep, trippy things, the really trippy things. But who is it? Who's taking in all that stuff? Who is the being experiencing this? How developed are they? How much are they? Can they handle it? You know? What are they going to make of it? Are they going to obscure the messages coming in? Are they going to overreact? Are they going to get some sort of messiah complex and think they're better than everybody? Who is this wisdom coming to? Who is this information going to? That's very important. And that's, I guess, in a way, what you could call self-development, of developing yourself and trusting the process and the unfolding. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush anything. There's no need to just head on into it. If you want to, you can. And that's kind of also the point I'm making, is you can rush. You can go head on into the mouth of the beast of awe, you know? But we're all right where we're meant to be. And I guess, put simply, I've stopped giving myself such a hard time for, gotta take psychedelics. Because if I do that, I'm taking them for the sake of feeling like I should take them. That's not it, bro. That's not what it's about. And what's funny is, anytime I feel what I would call the calling or the drive, the genuine drive to use psychedelics, I do them. And they're in my body. And we say, here we go. You know what I mean? But I can tell when it's phony. I can tell when the drive or the calling isn't right on with the flow of things, you know? But I do think in the same vein of thought that you indeed can avoid psychedelics in the same way you avoid deep talks, real talks, confrontational moments, a pulling of the sheets out from under your bullshit and your ignorance. We can deny and repress and avoid that stuff, you know? But only for a matter of time, because it finds its way, comes back in. The more you push and repress stuff, the more you become sort of spiritually lopsided, you know? Where you're deficient in other areas, because there's a lot of uncatalyzed, undigested stuff that hasn't been worked through you, you know, purged out of you, purged through you. But like I said a while ago, the idea of not making choices, it's all down to a T working itself out. If you're someone that represses and denies and avoids, you're meant to be doing that right now. You're meant to be avoiding and repressing and denying all that stuff. If you're meant to be somebody who feels like all of their unconscious, you know, tendencies and arrogance is sort of rising to the surface, boiling to the surface, you're supposed to be someone confronting that stuff, you know? I keep realizing how far out it is that I started this video out of fucking nowhere. Like, here we are. We're just chilling, hanging out, existing. Another interesting thing as far as the spiritual path goes and that kind of stuff is discipline. Discipline is nice. Discipline is nice, you know? Developing genuine discipline, self-discipline. But there's also phony discipline. There's also forcing. And that doesn't help at all. That doesn't help at all. If you sit down to meditate because you feel like you should, you know, maybe in some situations that's genuine, a genuine movement of the spirit to awaken. But you can completely institutionalize the spiritual path, where you meditate not because of the beauty of meditating, but because you feel like you should, because you need to get spiritual. You know what I mean? You can take psychedelics not for the beauty of taking and being with psychedelics, but because you feel like you need psychedelics to be a spiritual person, you know? There's many levels of discipline. But I guess in a way, genuine discipline is natural, where you feel it, you know when the discipline that you're sort of, or that it seems like you're imposing on yourself is in the flow, is necessary for the moment. silence is good discipline. Slowing down a little bit. Connecting with the space that is just here. Just here. Yeah, summer and spring is a vibe. In the same way that everything breathes, everything is a rhythm, coming and going, tides, seasons, day and night, years, revolutions around the sun, all that stuff. In that same way, this feeling to hit play and talk and share comes and brings me to hit play and talk and share, and then it recedes. And there's no longer, that's usually where I'll go, okay, it's time to stop the video. It comes, this energy, creation, share, talk, express, and then it recedes into, it's the yin and the yang, really. This whole video is the yang. The start of the video is the yang, and when I hit, that's receding into the yin. But it's fun to just be here together. It's fun to just, I don't have anything in particular to talk about. Maybe you don't have anything in particular that you should be doing instead, or if you're still watching, would rather be doing instead. And we're just hanging out. If you're watching this, you were doing something as I'm sitting here talking in this moment. You are in this moment too. You are here in this moment, doing something. And that's a really cool feeling to me in making videos, is that we're just here together. We're just here, Oh, humans. Little creatures. Crows are loud, bro. They got some big deal thing going on right now. These crows croaking, squawking. They're something's going on, you know? Whether they're scoping out some food or there's a eagle nearby that they got to get in a fight with or something. And then the other birds that are making the other sounds, they got something going on. All these trees, all of the stuff around me, all this life, they've got something going on. They're feeling the moisture levels and, you know, shooting roots and establishing new buds because it's all, the season's warming up, and you know what I mean? They got something going on. These rocks got something going on. They don't change. We say that this isn't alive because it just doesn't appear to be growing and stuff, and it's just kind of like material, you know, but this has got something going on. It's here being what it is, you know, and it's breaking down and responding to gravity and moving around and, you know, different constantly changing chemical compositions of it, and it's completely got its own little dance going down. And then humans, don't even get me started on the humans, what we're doing. We're really getting groovy, getting down with it. I found this rock. I was at my mom's yesterday and we all went on this walk to this little river, and I found this rock, this kind of big, but like that big, you know, and it's got garnet all through it, which are those little red gems. I think they're a gem that are all through it, and it's got those all through it, and I kept it. And there's also like bands of quartz in it and stuff, and I'm gonna go smash it. I'm gonna go back to the house and I'm gonna smash it, and I'm gonna try to collect like pieces of the garnet and stuff and see if there's any, you know, big old crazy crystals in there and shit. Try to get the quartz out as well. So that's what I'm headed to do. And dude, I didn't even plan to come out here into the woods today. I mean, I was like, I might go on a walk, you know? But it was my brother. He, like I said earlier, he came out into the woods to work on his mountain bike trails. And he's like, you wanna come with me? I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And here I am. He started leaf blowing. I set off into the wilderness, and here we are. And I'm smelling that gross burning smell again. See, it's receding. The yang is receding and swirling with the yin. I'm thinking about ending the video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. just not see what happens when I try to act like I'm gonna end the video, and then I just happen to not press the end, and oh, here we still are. I wonder how long I can keep this up. I wonder how long I can just, shit just keeps coming up out of nowhere to talk about. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and here we are. See you guys.